In 2012, seventh-year head coach Rob Childress has A&M off to a 23-6 start in their final season of Big 12 play. Tonight, the Aggies take on rival Oklahoma. All the drama, all the pageantry, all next on CST. Live from Bluebell Park in College Station, Cox Sports Television is proud to present Texas A&M baseball. Tonight, the fourth-ranked Aggies take on the Oklahoma Sooners, and we are certainly glad to have you with us. We bring you into the broadcast booth now, and we start this all-important three-game set. I'm Will Johnson alongside Alan Cannon and AC. The Aggies, they're off to the SEC next year. We're going to miss this series because as members of the Big 12, A&M and OU have gone at it pretty good.
I tell you, Will, both these ball clubs play with chips on their shoulder, and each series throughout the history of this matchup have been very hard fought, and look for more of the same this weekend.
All right, it will be a good one. We get it going tonight. Now, when you think about the Texas A&M Aggies, they were in Omaha last year. They ran all the way to the College World Series, and a lot of the guys that helped them get there, they're back in 2012.
I tell you, Will, 16 players return on this Texas A&M squad, including 5 position starters, but none bigger than right in the middle with the 3 and 4 hole hitters, Tyler Naquin and Jacob House.
Yeah, Naquin, he means just about everything to Texas A&M, and he has so in recent years. Led the nation in hits last year, on top of the Big 12 in a lot of categories this year.
Well, Big 12 Player of the Year last year, and yet he's improved his numbers so far here in 2012, but really protecting him behind in the lineup there at number 4 in the lineup, Jacob House, the first baseman. Great defender, but he really has been swinging a big stick there in that cleanup spot.
Yeah, leads the team with 5 home runs and 31 runs driven in. Switch it over to Oklahoma now. They were in the NCAA regionals a year ago. Would have liked to have gone further, but lost their first 2 games in the regionals. Same situation, though. A lot of returnees back for OU.
The Sooners do bring back 11 players off last year's squad, and once again, 5 position starters. And much like Texas A&M, Max White right there in that 3-hole, such a key player, and Bushyhead really sets the table, and yet with these returnees, it's one of the newcomers that has really caught the attention of those Aggie coaches.
Yeah, and he will lead off tonight. That's Brian Brightwell. You hadn't seen him in the lineup a whole lot this year for the Sooners, but he's gotten hot as of late, and Brightwell will lead off. He is a key cog for OU in this ball game. So we are set to go. Texas A&M will throw Michael Waka, and it's Jordan John for Oklahoma. A&M and OU from Bluebell Park in College Station, and it's all coming up next on CST.
Got a car scratch? Fix-It Pro fills, seals, and makes scratches disappear like magic, permanently. Any car, any color. Now the scratch has met its match with Fix-It Pro from Simon Eyes. Get yours now at these fine retail stores.
Consider this, a mouthwash strong enough to rebuild tooth enamel, yet gentle enough for sore mouths. Nuax Sensitive with soothing botanicals, and it has maximum fluoride to rebuild enamel up to 2 times stronger. Nuax Sensitive, strong teeth, fresh breath in a sensitive formula.
Got a car scratch? Fix-It Pro fills, seals, and makes scratches disappear like magic, permanently. Any car, any color. Now the scratch has met its match with Fix-It Pro from Simon Eyes. Get yours now at these fine retail stores.
Itchy dry scalp? Could be your shampoo. Now there's a Selsun Blue just for itchy dry scalp. Strong itch fighters target the source of scalp itch, while 5 moisturizers keep hair healthy.
No more itch.
Selsun Blue Itchy Dry Scalp.
Got a clue? Get the blue.
There was a little bit of trepidation, not quite knowing what the next phase was going to be, because you've been, this is what you've been doing, working. And now you're talking about, well, I won't be, and I get the chance to spend more time with my wife and my kids. It's my world. That's my world.
Hair restoration is a very personal decision. Your needs are unique and deserve individual consideration, not a chain store mentality. Dr. Wessner provides an artistic one-on-one doctor-patient relationship with a well-trained and experienced surgical team. MicrograftHairRestoration.com, the premier hair restoration clinic of the South.
A beautiful national anthem on a gorgeous evening in College Station, Texas. Good to have you back with us. Will Johnson and Alan Cannon here. Texas A&M, the 4th-ranked team in the country, getting set to take on number 22 Oklahoma. Look at the Sooner lineup, and they'll send up their 9 to face Michael Waka. I told you about Brian Brightwell in the open. Caleb Bushyhead will hit second. Max White going at it. .333 this year. He's followed by Lockwood, who's hitting over 300, and so is Jack Mayfield. Toll, Carey, and Ross, the bottom 4 in that Sooner lineup. Check the Texas A&M defense that'll be behind Michael Waka tonight. In left field, Brandon Wood, Cray Bratson, he's got speed in center. Tyler Naquin, he's got the arm in right. Blake Alleman has solidified third base for Texas A&M. Mikey Reynolds at short. Scott Arthur is a good defender at second. Jacob House at first. Behind the plate tonight, Troy Stein and Alan Cannon. We are looking at one of the best around, the right-hander, Michael Waka.
Waka on the year has made 7 appearances already, 7 starts, has 1 complete game, a 4-0 record with 2.72 ERA, 46 1/3 innings worked, and has allowed 38 hits, 17 runs, 14 earned, 9 walks, 52 strikeouts, and opponents are hitting .228 against the right-hander from Texarkana.
Take a look at the men keeping control of this one tonight. Randy Wetzel behind the plate. Chris Koski is at first base, and David Wiley at third base. The men in blue. Head man for Texas A&M, he's in his 7th year. That's Rob Childress. He's had the Aggies in the postseason, the NCAAs, for 5 straight years, looking for 6 in a row in 2012. We're underway. Brian Brightwell from the left side. Foul ball on the opening offering from Michael Waka. Here's the 0-1, and that'll even the count. A ball and a strike. Brightwell making just his 5th start of the year. He's been in the lineup as of late. .429 the average coming into tonight. It's a call, strike 2.
Nice breaking pitch right there by Waka. Waka, good fastball, above average, and also slider.
Came on the inside corner on the 1-2. Michael Waka issues a strikeout on the first man he faces. 53rd K of the year for Waka. That's against just 9 walks.
See, fastball down right at the knees, comes inside. With the aluminum bat, you still have to pitch inside. If you stay away, batters are going to tee off on you. But Waka will challenge you inside.
First pitch to Caleb Bushyhead, call strike. Bushyhead, the solid defender at shortstop for the Oklahoma Sooners. Carries just a .231 average into this ball game. Count even at 1-1.
Steady ball player for him, a returning starter from last year, and key player here for the Sooners.
Swinging into center field. Cray Bratson moves over, 2 outs. A strikeout of Brightwell, and then Bushyhead flies to center. Max White will hit. White has driven in 24 runs this season. That's second best in this lineup. tonight. Hunter Lockwood, who follows Max White, has 28 driven in. First pitch is low and away, 1-0.
Tell you right now, you've got the shadows, the batter's in the shadows when Waka in the sun, so it's tough on these hitters. And the sun field definitely, first baseman Jacob House and the right fielder Naquin really have to battle the sun.
Max White down in the count, a ball and 2 strikes. Well, there's a little more structure here in College Station this year to cast those shadows, AC, because Olson Field is recently renovated and now surrounded by Bluebell Park. The Aggies with right around a $24 million renovation to this venue prior to the season, and it has been open to rave reviews from the Aggie fans. Ground ball fielded by Arthur in shallow right field. He'll make the play, and Michael Waka works through the first inning cleanly. A&M coming to bat next.
Team Honda's buyback program continues.
It's extended.
We're extending the offer to make your first payment.
It's extended.
Purchase a new 2012 Accord, Civic, or Odyssey, and your first payment will be made for you. Save thousands at Louisiana's #1 Honda dealer, Team Honda.
Got a car scratch? Fix-It Pro fills, seals, and makes scratches disappear like magic, permanently. Any car, any color. Now the scratch has met its match with Fix-It Pro from Simon Eyes. Get yours now at these fine retail stores.
Consider this, a mouthwash strong enough to rebuild tooth enamel, yet gentle enough for sore mouths. New Axe Sensitive with soothing botanicals, and it has maximum fluoride to rebuild enamel up to 2 times stronger. New Axe Sensitive, strong teeth, fresh breath in a sensitive formula.
Due to time constraints, we move further into the program.
Tomorrow night on CST, the New Orleans Hornets take on the San Antonio Spurs. Coverage begins with Hornets tonight at 7 p.m. Central. It's followed by tip-off. CST is your regional sports network home of the New Orleans Hornets. From College Station, 4th-ranked Texas A&M against number 22 Oklahoma. Hunter Lockwood, first man to the plate. Top of the second. Both starting pitchers, Michael Waka for A&M and Jordan John for the Sooners, worked easily through the first, both recording a strikeout. Now Lockwood down in the count 0-2. After that foul ball, Lockwood comes into tonight with 8 home runs and 28 RBI.
Just what you're looking for there in the cleanup spot. And I tell you, these two clubs go after it very close here in the Big 12.
That's why we said we'd miss this series. It's as entertaining and as tight as it gets.
I tell you, I remember back, I think it was '82, Tom Chandler was the head coach, and we played 2 games here in College Station and 1 up in Norman, and all 3 were very close.
Going to be a tough play for Alleman, can't get him. Infield single for Hunter Lockwood. Didn't get much of it, but put it in exactly the right spot where Waka and Alleman, the third baseman, could not get to it.
See right here, just a high chopper, and Alleman playing back at third base, coming in barehanding it. But good speed there by Lockwood. Would have beat the throw and infield single, and the Sooners have the leadoff man on here in the top of the second.
Jack Mayfield to the plate. First pitch to him will miss. Oklahoma, 36 stolen bases on the year out of 54 attempts. It's the Aggies, the team that will run a lot, but here goes OU on a hit and run. Base hit into right. They'll be at the corners with nobody out for the Sooners. Hit and run worked to perfection.
Exactly right, Will. Looked like a good fastball on the outer half, and he just went with it, punching it past House, who is holding the runner on, but the runner breaking easily, running on the pitch, the ball going out in the right field, so he goes into third base standing up. And like you say, runners at the corners and no outs.
A couple of ground balls this inning for Oklahoma, but both in exactly the right spot. They're in business trying to take the initial lead in the top of 2. Cody Wren, the DH. Runner is going. First pitch swinging. And no throw down to second base. Jack Mayfield is there.
Breaking pitch and down low in the zone, and Stein had no chance here. You'll see it right here. The big breaker down low in the zone. He pops up, but good jump over there by Mayfield. Sliding in safely there at second base. Now 2 runners in scoring position.
And nobody out in the top of 2. Wren showing bunt. Foul ball and an 0-2 count.
Little safety squeeze. A lot of times with a left-handed batter, very hard to suicide squeeze, because if the pitcher sees the runner breaking off of third, easier to pitch out and the catcher places the tag. So a lot of times you'll see a left-hander with the safety squeeze.
0-2 pitch. High for a ball. So Hunter Lockwood, an infield single, and then a base hit by Jack Mayfield on a hit and run. The Sooners have him at the corners, and Sonny Galloway wants to have a word with Cody Wren.
Sonny done a good job up there at Norman, leading the Sooners to the NCAAs last year. And I tell you, they've had some excellent coaches. Enos Seymour up there, and then Larry Cochelle. Sonny really doing a great job.
Back to action, and the 1-2. That's a call strike on the inside corner. He got him looking.
Once again, a good fastball on the inner half. You'll see Walker challenging the left-handed batter, and just right in the kitchen, as they say, that inside corner, and home plate umpire Randy Wetzel rings him up. Infield playing back here.
You're okay conceding a run for an out this early in the ball game. So Rob Childress does not play him in. Tanner Toll, the catcher, hits. Toll making just his 9th start of the year. This is the 15th game he's played in. 8 for 24 this year. That's how you get the .333 average. Ground ball fielded by Waka. Nice job fielding his position, and he will tag out Hunter Lockwood in between third and home. That's how you help yourself out.
As you say, fielding your position, comebacker. You see right here, reaches back across his body and grabs the ball, and then the heads-up play running him back towards third base instead of running him towards home plate. So he goes over, makes the tag, and you've got Mayfield coming over to third base, and Toll safe at first on a fielder's choice.
So at the corners for the Sooners, now 2 down. Garrett Carey, the hitter, playing third base for Oklahoma. .212 the average. Righty against righty, this important matchup here in the top of number 2. First pitch strike on the outer half of the plate.
Stein, good position, show the target, and Waka hit the target. Wetzel said strike 1.
This hitter, Carey, he's a native Texan from Waco, and he played community college ball at McLennan in that Waco area before heading to Norman. 0-1. Little miss. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Might see if a little offensive pressure put on here by the Sooners with the runners at the corner. 2 outs, may try to steal a run.
This is a ground ball, and it'll get through into left field. Base hit, and the initial lead goes to the Sooners. 1-0 RBI by Garrett Carey.
Good clutch hit right there, not trying to do too much with it. Carey just pulling it between the shortstop and third baseman. Diving shortstop there, Mikey Reynolds. See him going to his right, just out of reach. Even if he would have come up with it, the runner at third would have scored easily, and OU is on the board 1-0.
Eric Ross is the number 9 man in the lineup, back to the top of the Sooner order after Ross. Now Ross is hitting .329. And when he gets on base, Eric Ross, he's 10 of 14 in stolen bases. 1-0 is inside.
Kind of turn the lineup over when you can get the bottom of your lineup to come through, and then you've got the guys coming around at the top.
It's between the cut and the
OU has really played well after that opening series sweep against Texas up in Norman.
They have won their last 2 conference series. Softly hit ground ball, and safe at first base is Ross, but not knowing it is Tanner Toll. He jogged around third base thinking the inning was over. Caught in a rundown, and he's out. Oklahoma does take the lead despite that strange ending to the top of the second.
Got a car scratch? Fix-It Pro fills, seals, and makes scratches disappear like magic, permanently. Any car, any color. Now the scratch has met its match with Fix-It Pro from Simonize. Get yours now at these fine retail stores.
Itchy dry scalp? Could be your shampoo. Now there's a Selsun Blue just for itchy dry scalp. Strong itch fighters target the source of scalp itch, while 5 moisturizers keep hair healthy.
No more itch.
Selsun Blue Itchy Dry Scalp.
Got a clue? Get the blue.
A very wealthy U.S. citizen is predicting that in the next few months, we will witness the most important day in America in more than 50 years. He says it will change everything about our lives. The way you shop, travel, invest, educate your children, and even how you take care of your health and your own family. Now, this man has made some outrageous predictions over the years, but here's the thing. He's usually right. You see, he predicted the collapse of GM, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and America's biggest mall owner. In fact, Barron's called his work a dire prophecy. Recently, he created a video, which you can watch online for free, detailing his biggest and most important prediction yet, and it's a real eye-opener. I can't stress this enough. You should at least watch this free video online today. He explains everything you need to know, including simple steps you can take to protect yourself.
You can watch it for free right now at 3newamerica.com. Again, that's 3newamerica.com.
Due to time constraints, we move further into the program.
Sooners 1-0 over the Aggies. Upcoming for Texas A&M after these next 2 games with OU. A Tuesday night contest with the UT Arlington Mavericks. A&M will then hit the road to Lawrence. 3-game set with the Kansas Jayhawks. And what a week. April 17th through 22nd. Rice will come to Bluebell Park, and then a conference series against Baylor on the 20th through 22nd of April. That'll be key, as Baylor is on top of the conference standings right now. Texas A&M not far behind. Rob Childress, he is also the pitching coach for the Texas A&M Aggies, along with his head coaching duties. So this is not uncommon at all. You will always see him talk to his pitchers.
And especially in between innings and saying, okay, how are you feeling? And I've got a plan. Let's stick to it.
Blake Alleman leads off for the Aggies in the bottom of the 3rd. First 2 pitches, strikes to him. Alleman has been terrific in solidifying the third base spot for Texas A&M. The freshman from Bernie, Texas, hitting .354 on the year.
Sometimes as a freshman, you just don't know enough to be scared. Go up there free swinging, just relax. And
too much coming too quick to even worry about.
That's it. Just go play. Jace Hutchins, Max Childress, a couple of the bat boys for Texas A&M.
Jace, the son of the director of operations, Jason Hutchins here at A&M. Max Childress, the son of the head coach, Rob Childress. This is a strikeout to Blake Alleman. A man down to start this frame for A&M.
There's Jace and his dad, Jason Hutchins, both wearing 24.
Bluebell Park, this new venue for Texas A&M. It is family friendly, I'll tell you that. As Scott Arthur hits. First pitch from Jordan John. That'll miss. It's 1-0. Here at Bluebell Park, if you look down the right field line, what they call the east lawn, on the back end of it is Spencer's Corner, a playground for the children that come out with their moms and dads. Some of them having fun already.
And you notice that netting to protect for any of the foul balls, and have a lot of fun out there on the east lawn in Spencer's Corner.
1-1 pitch. Check swing did not go around. 2-1 to Scott Arthur.
See here, the Olson Field, the playing field itself has not changed. 330 down the line, 375 in the alleys, and 400 straight away center field. And that batter's eye is actually beyond the wall. So it's not like the big monster out in center field. It's just an excellent batting eye. But you can go right over the top of the fence. For
just get it above the yellow line.
The yellow line, that's it.
2-2 to Scott Arthur. That's outside, 3-2. Really the only change to the fence, AC, with the construction of the new venue here comes in right field. The fence was shortened, and you can see into the opponent's bullpen out there in right. Scott Arthur, base knock up the middle, we think. That was a great stab by Jack Mayfield. I already was calling this one into center field. Mayfield cannot make the play, and it is indeed a single for Scott Arthur. Good effort, Jack Mayfield at second base, though.
I tell you, Mayfield Jr. here from Del Rio, Texas, moving to his right, laying out, gloving it, throwing from his knees, and actually got pretty good thing, pretty good velocity on the throw. But once again, the dugout and the netting there could not advance the runner, Arthur, so infield single for Scott Arthur.
Mikey Reynolds hits. Runner is going. Pitch is outside. No throw down to second base. The catcher, Tanner Toll, could not collect the ball to make an attempt to get Scott Arthur.
See right here, Toll in position and outside, and just coming up a little fumble, trying to get it out of the glove. Arthur sliding head first in with another stolen base, and for Arthur, that's his 8th of the year.
AC, you were talking about how moments ago on that throw past first base, Arthur couldn't advance. That's one thing we should mention. With the renovation here at Bluebell Park, there is less foul ground than at the old Olson Field, and it may have been cut right around in half.
It really does, and not much foul territory. And
you see that concrete wall behind home plate on a pass ball with a runner at third. It's not a guarantee that that runner at third will score. I mean, the ball can bounce off that concrete pretty hard.
Yeah, you have to really read it as if you're a runner at third base on a wild pitch pass ball.
1-0 to Mikey Reynolds. That's low and away, 2-0. So Scott Arthur at second base for Texas A&M. The Aggies trail 1-0, trying to get even with the Sooners. Couple of ranked opponents head-to-head this weekend from College Station. We've got the opener for you here on CST. And we will be back a couple of more times to Bluebell Park this year in May when the Aggies take on Texas Tech, and then later in May when A&M goes against San Diego State.
I believe Tony Gwynn coming in with the Aztecs.
2-0 pitch. It's a call strike to the Aggies shortstop, Mikey Reynolds. Reynolds is 0 for 1 in the game. He grounded out to short back in the first inning.
Nice pitching there by John. Looked like 2-0, 2-0 changeup. Batter's probably looking fastball, changing speed, and froze him enough for a called strike.
Scott Arthur gets his lead at second base, not really being held on. However, John will look that way.
Arthur, his father, one of the original 12th man football team members. And Uncle Mike is All-American center on the Aggie football team.
I believe he's got a brother who is a walk-on for the Aggie football team right now.
It is.
First-year head coach Kevin Sumlin going through spring ball as we speak.
Absolutely, and younger brother that is out there.
A lot of maroon in that blood.
Absolutely.
Flowing down that family tree.
Here at the plate, Mikey Reynolds been a great addition at shortstop and at the top of this A&M lineup.
Call strike on the 3-1, so full count. Mikey Reynolds. Mikey carried a 374 average coming into tonight. Driven in 16. Doing exactly what you want those leadoff hitters to do. Mikey Reynolds with a 475 on-base percentage entering this contest against OU. Check swing on a full count. And Mikey Reynolds thought he had drawn a walk, but they're going to ring him up and call strike 3. Now wait a minute, now he's headed down to first base. But they did have to throw him out, so that the pitch was in the dirt, so they had to throw him out. So it is.
Are you serious?
A strikeout for Mikey Reynolds.
See the pitch low in the zone, just went around enough. And since the ball did hit the dirt and told the catcher did not place the tag on him, he's kind of thinking about it and says, well, wait a minute. And Toll actually throwing the ball back to John, who then relayed the ball to first base before the umpire rang up Mikey Reynolds.
So 2 outs. A&M with a runner in scoring position. In the last inning, the Aggies had men on first and second base with 1 out, an opportunity. But on a line drive by Troy Stein, it was caught by Jack Mayfield. Then they doubled off the runner at second, so a double play ended that A&M threat. A&M would like to draw even as they trail 1-0. Bratz into the plate 0 for 1 with a ground out.
Good breaking pitch, first pitch strike.
I've seen John throw that off speed to open the count a few times tonight. He's gotten it in for a strike.
Not only that, but hitting kind of a back door and also in at the knees right there, just missing. Toll in front of him, so Arthur had the hold at second base. You see that cutout there out in right field. The bullpen able to take in a view.
1-1 pitch to Cray Bratson. That's low. 2-1. AC mentioned earlier how Bratson was a freshman All-American a season ago. He hit .332. He played his high school ball in Bryan, Texas. Not more than, I'd say, 5 miles from this venue we're in here tonight.
Absolutely, the campus of the Bryan Vikings.
Yep. 2-1 pitch is outside.
His father, Jim Bear Bratson, played for Tom Chandler. And see the Sooner bullpen enjoying the sun, just kind of taking in the view from out there at right field.
Bratson, the 3-1 ground ball, base hit into right field. They will try and score. Scott Arthur, and with his speed, he is safe at the plate. Bratson will head to second. 1-1. We're tied.
Clutch hitting right there by Bratson, going the opposite way. Gets a base hit, RBI, and then with his speed, he saw the throw coming in from right field. You'll see this going the opposite way with it. Staying back, driving it the opposite field. Right fielder coming up, good strong throw. But as soon as the throw gets past the cutoff man, Bratson advances to second base on the throw. No error, but now A&M has a run in and the runner out in scoring position.
Both runs driven in tonight, one by A&M, one by OU, have come with 2 outs. OU did it in the second, A&M here in the third.
Type of clutch hitting that you're looking for.
Tyler Naquin has provided plenty of that in his A&M career, although he did strike out Yes, first time up. So Naquin 0 for 1. Lefty on lefty. John versus Naquin. John taking his time. And as you would expect, Tyler Naquin says, let's reset and do all this over again. A look at Tyler Naquin's career. AC, we came on the air tonight saying he meant just about everything to Texas A&M. And I think that's pretty accurate. He's one of the best to ever wear the maroon and white. That pitch is a call strike.
Not only does he get the job done at the plate, but he's got a plus scouting report with that big right arm out there in right field. And good speed on the base paths. Naquin on the year, 11 out of 15 in stolen bases. So as Major League scouts, they like this left-handed batter.
Hit a bouncing ball that's over the head of John. Going to be a tough play, and they threw it away. Naquin is safe at first, and on the error, Bratson will score 2-1 A&M, and now they're going to tag out Naquin, who was going to try to go to second base and got himself into fair territory. They will tag him out, but I believe the run will count.
Run did cross before the tag was placed. A&M takes the lead, 2-1.
The parts pros at your local Napa Auto Parts store offer Napa know-how and great monthly specials like Seafoam Motor Treatment or Seafoam Trans Tune, your choice, only $6.48. Castrol GTX Conventional Motor Oil is also on sale for $3.49 a quart. Plus, save 50% on Napa Professional Hand Tool Sets. And remember, the Napa know-how is free.
Napa know-how. Napa know-how.
Today, with the swipe of a comb, the last gray-haired man on Earth disappeared.
This is how the gray era met its end. Just for Men Auto Stop. It's a breakthrough. No mix, no mess. It just combs in. And the formula shuts off at just the right color for the perfect look every time. It's foolproof. New, Just for Men Auto Stop. Gray is over.
Fab is your value-branded alternative that delivers the same powerful clean as more expensive competitors. Fab effectively cleans your whole wash, leaving whites dazzling, colors vibrant, and a fresh fragrance on dry laundry. Every dime you save, every efficiency you gain means more time, more resources, more heart and soul to invest in your family's well-being. Fab is, in one word, fabulous.
AC, here's the play that closed out the bottom of the third. You'll watch Naquin. Once he steps into fair territory, he cannot recommit himself and go back.
That's just it. He just barely crosses the line. Looks like Clement, the first base coach for A&M, Mike telling him, hey, come on back to the bag. But I think Naquin may have thought, well, maybe I need to take off. But once you cross the line, hard to go back.
Well, in that process, Cray Bratson did score on the error, so it is a 2-1 A&M lead. Jack Mayfield leads off in the top of 4.
Mayfield did a great job just barehanding that ball to make it close on Naquin. But we had mentioned not much ground beyond the bases in foul territory.
Hard hit left field. Brandon Wood can't get there. Single for Mayfield. He's 2 for 2.
Second time for the Sooners to have leadoff man on. Had the leadoff batter on in the second. They manufactured 1 run. See now the sun not a problem for House at first base or the base runner. But still out in right field, Naquin's still got the sun to deal with.
6 hits tonight for the Sooners, 4 for A&M. Wren showing bunt. It's out of the zone.
Right.
That sunlight evaporated quickly. But nonetheless, still a pretty evening in College Station.
Little stretch out there in right field, Naquin stands.
Runner is going on the 1-0. Fly ball right field. Naquin, he's going back. He's at the track, and that'll hit off of his glove. He will not be able to make the catch. OU's going to try and score and take the lead. Play at the plate. He's safe. Wren hit that deep off the right field wall and off the glove of Tyler Naquin. Rounding from first, Jack Mayfield. Ball game is tied.
See this drive deep in the right field. Naquin kind of getting turned around and right there, not able to come up with it. Just off his glove, actually hitting in the glove. And sliding in, Mayfield just ahead of the tag. Good speed and tie ball game, and the Sooners have go-ahead run out at second base.
Yeah, just like that, they erase the lead and threaten to take it themselves. Tanner Toll. Strike on the first pitch to him. He squared around a bunt. Toll coming into this ball game, 333 average. You see it's down to 321.
Defensively in at the corners. Third baseman has to make the call whether he has to field it. Good
nice bunt laid down. Troy Stein to first base where Scott Arthur's covering. That's the only play, and the go-ahead run is at third base for the Sooners.
See Naquin throwing in Scott Arthur at second base, who relays in the home plate on the bounce. You see him sliding across, getting a piece of the plate. And now a runner at third, less than 2 outs, and the A&M infield playing back up the middle, second and short, but in pretty much even up at the bags at first and third.
Garrett Carey, the hitter, he already has 1 RBI in this game. A chance to get another, and it would give OU the lead.
Talked about at the top of the show that these two teams battle each year. It's been a terrific series in this Big 12 conference.
Last year, A&M went to Norman to take on the Sooners while OU was the #2 team in the country. The Aggies won 2 of the 3 games. So when you go on the road and take 2 of 3 from #2, you come back home knowing that you have something. And some people feel like that was a series that propelled the Aggies' run that ended in Omaha in the College World Series.
I'll tell you, it's both ball clubs NCAA caliber now. The infield in all the way around.
And he got him to sky one. Will it stay in play? Doesn't look like it. That'll reach the stands.
At A&M with Walker on the mound, and keep the infield in, trying to cut down this lead run for the Sooners.
Cody Wren at third base. Garrett Carey, the hitter, the 1-2, low and away for a ball. Oklahoma 7 hits against Waka in 3+ innings.
So Wren there at third base, getting his lead.
2-2. Fouled off.
One of the differences in the stadium here used to, you had a net protecting you back here in the press box, but now the netting does not go up to the roof.
Let's get him right
I'll
here.
depend on you to make the play.
Yeah, we're wide open here. Neither of us brought our gloves. Ground ball. Nice play by Mikey Reynolds, and he'll throw out Garrett Carey. That saves a run, and there's 2 down.
Tell you, Carey hit that ball well to the right of the shortstop Reynolds, who makes the diving stop, smothers it, gets up to his feet. You see him watch the runner there at third, get up, make a good strong throw. House stretches there at first base. took 2 away.
Now Eric Ross.
McKinney, he's a McKinney.
Breaking ball stayed high. All important in a tie game. Mikey Reynolds with a terrific play. The 1-0 showing bunt. Waka will field diving, and he'll throw out Eric Ross. Oklahoma gets a run to tie the game, but a couple of excellent defensive plays by the Aggies keep it right there at 2-2. Second time tonight, Michael Waka has fielded his position.
Acme Oyster House has been satisfying the appetites of locals and tourists for over 100 years. It's the quality you can taste in our fresh Gulf oysters. So whether ice cold on the half shell, char grilled in a sizzling garlic butter, or fried to golden perfection, Acme oysters are the best you'll ever have. And it's not just the oysters. We're serving all the New Orleans classics like red beans and rice, seafood gumbo, jambalaya, and more, seasoned to perfection and served up with a smile. So pull up a chair, take in the history, and soak up the flavor. Acme Oyster House, still grilling and chilling for over 100 years.
The parts pros at your local Napa Auto Parts store offer Napa know-how and great monthly specials like Seafoam Motor Treatment or Seafoam Trans Tune, your choice, only $6.48. Castrol GTX Conventional Motor Oil is also on sale for $3.49 a quart. Plus, save 50% on Napa Professional Hand Tool Sets. And remember, the Napa know-how is free.
I'm Al Balmer Jr., president of Balmer Foods Incorporated, maker of the world-famous Crystal hot sauce. Since 1923, when my dad and mom started making Crystal right here in New Orleans, we have been shipping over 2 million gallons of our hot sauce annually to more than 75 countries around the world. The 150 employees of Balmer Foods, all of whom are your New Orleans neighbors, look forward to providing you with many more years of enhancing America's great cuisine.
2-2, Texas A&M and Oklahoma. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning, and we're kindly joined now from the A&M dugout by head coach Rob Childress. And coach, you're even with the Sooners, another typical A&M OU matchup.
Well, we're probably lucky to be even with them right now. I mean, you know, Michael was able to escape the second inning, only giving up 1 run on 4 hits, and you know, he's throwing a fastball really good. He's got to do a better job of expanding the zone late in the count. And, you know, once he's even her up, he's got good enough stuff where he can bounce a breaking ball or even a changeup up there. And he's giving them a little bit too much credit. You know, on our end, we scored 2 runs on 2 outs and a couple of big hits. And, you know, we've got to limit our base running mistakes. We've made a couple of them that, you know, we're pretty close to giving them 1 free inning of outs.
All right, we'll let you get back to it. Appreciate the time, Coach.
Thanks.
Rob Childress from the third base dugout here at Bluebell Park. Jacob House will lead us off. Texas A&M and OU tied at 2. Up the middle, can they run it down? Yes, they will quite easily. Max White with the catch. 1 swing, 1 out.
Once again, first pitch strike, and John doing a nice job against the left-hander House. A little can of corn out to center field.
Matt Yingle will hit. Singled his first time up. First pitch from Jordan John. Call strike. Now, renovations to Olson Field at Bluebell Park were complete just before the start of this season. For those of you not familiar with Bluebell, it's something we can't really tell you about. You'll just have to taste it.
Excellent ice cream.
And Bluebell Creameries, like AC said, they've been serving excellent ice cream for years and years. They are located right about 20 to 25 minutes south of College Station in Brenham, Texas. It is a company owned by the Cruzy family, who are all Aggies, and they gave the lead gift to this project to renovate Olson Field. That's why now when you come to College Station to see the Aggies, they play on Olson Field at Bluebell Park.
Yingle thinking that was ball 4, but instead home plate umpire Randy Wetzel says nope, that is strike 2. The count is full. And you mentioned the Cruzy brothers. Saw a couple of the Cruzy brothers here tonight. Nice 80-degree night. Scoreboard out in the left center field.
The outside brick encasing of Blue Bell Park. Here's another single by Matt Yingle. And he's 2 for 2.
And once again, Yingle there at first base. And 11 of 12 in stolen bases. And see the outside facade, Blue Bell Park. Olson Field, 1978. There's Tom Chandler, the head coach, and opened against USC and Rod Dedeaux. The Trojans won that ball game, but A&M's been tough to beat here at Olson Field, Blue Bell Park.
If you're an Aggie and you haven't been here, you're missing out. Make plans to see this beautiful facility. And I'll tell you what, AC, one thing that has certainly been upgraded with the renovations is the menu here at Olson Field. I mean, down in the berm, the east lawn, you can get fajitas. They grill fajitas out there. Down the left field line, it's ribs. In between, a chicken chipotle sandwich. Here's a pitch in the dirt, and moving to second base is Matt Yingle.
Wild pitch. Yes, indeed. I thought you were going to say the press box. We're not out in the bleachers here.
I tell you what.
See the breaking pitch in the dirt. Does a good job keeping it in front of him, but coming up and kind of looked up to see where Yingle was and didn't come up with the ball cleanly. Wild pitch, advances runner to second.
That'll to call strike. It's 1-1 to Brandon Wood. Wood walked. First time up. And back behind that west lawn is the coach's office. You get a little bit of a glimpse of them on the left side of your screen. Here's a fly ball into right field. Shy of the track, making the catch is Eric Ross. 2 down. Moving to third base, Matt Yingle.
I was going to say, Yingle tagged up on that long fly ball, easily moving into third base.
Yeah, this venue also houses the Texas A&M coaches, a new locker room for the team, new weight room, new training facility. Everything a student athlete requires is all right here at Blue Bell Park. It is something spectacular. And again, put it on your list if you have not been here.
And that's one of the things, if you look at the top 10 attendance marks right now, very heavy SEC, and with A&M moving into the SEC West, will fit right in.
0-2 count to Troy Stein, and that's one of the things. There was a huge buzz around Aggie baseball prior to the season, because you got to think about they're coming off a run to the College World Series. They're opening a new stadium, and this is the last year of the Big 12. They'll move to a new conference, the SEC, next year. So one of the more anticipated starts to an Aggie baseball season in history.
Well, it is, and SEC announced the baseball schedule for next year, 2013, and quite a few great matchups, especially at the end of the year with LSU.
And some daunting tasks in there for the Aggies, too. You see the divisions that'll be next year in the SEC. The Aggies go to the West. Missouri will join Texas A&M in the Southeastern Conference. The Tigers are in the East. The official date of transition when the Tigers and Aggies move over there is July 1st of 2012. That ball got past Tanner Toll, the catcher, just a bit. Matt Yingle thought about it, stayed put at third.
In that 2013 on the East Division, A&M will not face Florida, Vanderbilt, or Kentucky. And right now, those three ball clubs, all three are pretty salty.
Well, how about Kentucky? What a year
story.
The Wildcats are having. 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and he struck him out. The Aggies will strand the go-ahead run at third base. We are tied at 2, heading to the 5th in College Station.
Got a car scratch? Fix-It Pro fills, seals, and makes scratches disappear like magic, permanently. Any car, any color. Now the scratch has met its match with Fix-It Pro from Simonize. Get yours now at these fine retail stores.
Consider this, a mouthwash strong enough to rebuild tooth enamel, yet gentle enough for sore mouths. New Axe Sensitive with soothing botanicals, and it has maximum fluoride to rebuild enamel up to 2 times stronger. New Axe Sensitive, strong teeth, fresh breath, in a sensitive formula.
A very wealthy U.S. citizen is predicting that in the next few months, we will witness the most important day in America in more than 50 years. He says it will change everything about our lives. The way you shop, travel, invest, educate your children, and even how you take care of your health and your own family. Now, this man has made some outrageous predictions over the years, but here's the thing. He's usually right. You see, he predicted the collapse of GM, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and America's biggest mall owner. In fact, Barron's called his work a dire prophecy. Recently, he created a video, which you can watch online for free, detailing his biggest and most important prediction yet, and it's a real eye-opener. I can't stress this enough. You should at least watch this free video online today. He explains everything you need to know, including simple steps you can take to protect yourself.
You can watch it for free right now at 3newamerica.com. Again, that's 3newamerica.com.
Well, we were talking about it in the last inning. Let's continue with this conversation. Next year, Texas A&M joins the Southeastern Conference. Their schedule in league play has been announced. A lot of Aggies marking down March the 15th. That is the first ever baseball game Texas A&M will play in the SEC. It'll open a 3-game set against the Georgia Bulldogs. And
let's go.
As we get the top of the 5th going, it's the top of the order, Brian Brightwell. But AC, once that SEC schedule was announced, many Aggies, their immediate words were, where do I get tickets?
Absolutely. I'll tell you, it's some NCAA history there with Mississippi State, A&M facing in regionals a couple of times, and LSU a series in '89 people won't forget.
Brightwell strikes out for the 3rd time tonight.
See a fastball, and Stein set up on the outside corner, and Waka just hitting the mitt. And Wetzel ringing him up. Rob Childress calling pitches there from the 3rd base dugout.
Hard hit right field. Caleb Bushyhead into the glove of Tyler Naquin. 2 outs.
First pitch swinging. Line that to right field.
Max White will hit. Max White in this one 0 for 2.
And if you're Rob Childress, you like those first pitch strikes, but you mix in a ball every now and then just to keep them off balance.
Well, first pitch to Max White, a strike.
Breaking pitch.
0-1. Misses inside. It's 1-1. I was looking back at a little history in collegiate baseball, and A&M historically compares quite well to the SEC. Here's the 1-1. That's a call strike. It's 1-2. A&M has gone to the NCAA tournament 27 times in their history, and the only school that has been more times than that is Mississippi State at 30 appearances. That's off his foot, so it's a foul ball.
And got Stein and
got him too. I thought it was off Max White's foot.
Foul ball, and Stein moving around. Wetzel going out to talk to Waka and says, okay, let's give your catcher time to get loose back there. He says, okay, I'm ready to go again.
Check it out, man. Check it out.
The toughness of those men behind the plate.
Yeah, they're not for the faint of heart.
Doesn't come readily to a lot
I thought when you mentioned the new ballpark, you're going to talk about the press box as opposed to the food, you know?
Exactly. I was getting there. Call strike 3 to Max White. Waka has struggled at times tonight, but that was one of his easy innings. 3 up, 3 down.
Best prices on the industry's best machines. Take advantage of low payments to own or lease a new Cat machine. With great deals on Cat machines, now is the time to buy. A new Cat skid steer loader, lease as low as $327 per month. A new Cat compact track loader, lease as low as $602 per month. A new Cat backhoe loader, lease as low as $767 per month. Get the best for less. Call or stop by Louisiana Cat today to take advantage of special prices on these machines and more. Call 866-843-7440.
America looks to Louisiana for its energy needs.
And Louisiana provides clean, affordable propane gas to meet those needs. Louisiana is the #2 producer of propane gas in all of North America. Propane. Safe, clean burning, exceptional energy. To get up to $1,200 in rebates on propane accessories, visit LouisianaPropane.com. Got a car scratch? Fix-It Pro fills, seals, and makes scratches disappear like magic, permanently. Any car, any color. Now the scratch has met its match with Fix-It Pro from Simonize. Get yours now at these fine retail stores.
Itchy dry scalp? Could be your shampoo. Now there's a Selsun Blue just for itchy dry scalp. Strong itch fighters target the source of scalp itch, while 5 moisturizers keep hair healthy.
No more itch.
Selsun Blue Itchy Dry Scalp.
Got a clue? Get the blue.
Texas A&M has played over 100 years of baseball, Alan Cannon, and next year they begin play in a new conference, the SEC. A little bit of the history of Aggie baseball. Mark Johnson, their past head coach.
Winningest head coach in Aggie baseball history. James Hoop Gibson, the great left-hander that 75 ball club actually played in a regional up in Norman against Oklahoma. We've mentioned Mark Johnson. His jersey hangs out in the right field corner, number 7. And Tom Chandler, the coach before Mark Johnson, out in left field, number 26. And I tell you, Rob Childress honored both those coaches. And once again, see Mark Johnson, number 7. You never think that he thought Mickey Mantle was one of those great ball players. And then down in the left field, 26, Tom Chandler, for 26 years a head coach, and really brought this Olsen Field into collegiate baseball, and really 2 fine gentlemen, and Rob Childress coming right along behind them. And I tell you, just can't say enough about the way that he is leading this program into the future, but also not forgetting the past. And I think that says a lot about that head coach.
Coach Childress has his Aggies at 23-6 on the season, ranked as high as 4th in the country. Ground out by Blake Alleman to start the bottom of the 5th. Now the Aggies, you see, they began baseball in 1894. This is one of the larger universities in the country, over 50,000 students. Here's Scott Arthur, ground ball. They're going to have to cover at first base with the pitcher, John, and he did a nice job of that. 2 outs quickly in the bottom of 5.
Hey, both pitchers are really settling in here after a little bit of a rocky start to it, but see Kyle Field across the way, and it was Kyle Baseball Diamond over in that parking lot. You could hit a home run into the old Kyle Field football stadium before the renovations.
Then came Olsen Field. Now it's Olsen Field at Bluebell Park. Mikey Reynolds, the hitter. That's a call strike on the first pitch to him. The crowd didn't like it a whole lot. Mikey is 0 for 2. A bouncing ball to the shortstop in the first inning, and a strikeout swinging in the 3rd. And that's inside, 1-1.
Tell you, John doing a nice job mixing his pitches between the fastball, the slurve, and the changeup.
That's off speed and outside. 2 balls and a strike to the Aggies shortstop, Mikey Reynolds. Texas A&M, as we told you, 23-6 coming into tonight. Oklahoma with an 18-11 overall record. 2-1 pitch. Ground ball. Fielded by Garrett Carey. And he'll throw out Mikey Reynolds. Both pitchers work easily through the 5th. We're going to the 6th, tied at 2.
Feeding a hungry family is tough enough. Until I started using this particular seasoning. But be careful, baby. This stuff changes people. You gotta stay focused, baby.
Slap Your Mama Cajun Seasoning, the true taste of Cajun. Slap it, eat it, love it.
Today, with the swipe of a comb, the last gray-haired man on Earth disappeared.
This is how the gray era met its end. Just for Men Auto Stop. It's a breakthrough. No mix, no mess. it just combs in. And the formula shuts off at just the right color for the perfect look every time. It's foolproof. New, just for men auto stop. Gray is over.
Feeding a hungry family is tough enough. Until I started using this particular seasoning. But be careful, baby. This stuff changes people. You gotta stay focused, baby.
Slap Your Mama Cajun Seasoning, the true taste of Cajun. Slap it, eat it, love it.
Got a car scratch? Fix-It Pro fills, seals, and makes scratches disappear like magic, permanently. Any car, any color. Now the scratch has met its match with Fix-It Pro from Simonize. Get yours now at these fine retail stores.
Consider this, a mouthwash strong enough to rebuild tooth enamel, yet gentle enough for sore mouths. New Axe Sensitive with soothing botanicals, and it has maximum fluoride to rebuild enamel up to 2 times stronger. New Axe Sensitive, strong teeth, fresh breath in a sensitive formula.
Michael Wacha back on the hill for the 6th inning, and AC tonight, he's mixed in some Ks with some nice defense.
I tell you, see the 4 strikeouts so far, but really the 2 defensive plays saved 2 runs. You see right here, back up the middle, the runner on third, he feels his position and makes the tag. He's out. And then in the 4th inning, this drag bunt, gets the ball, throws to first base. Runner was on third base and would have had an RBI for Ross if he had not have dived, got the ball, and threw him out at first base.
So, top of the 6th, 2-2 tie. Hunter Lockwood, first man to the plate. Lockwood, 28 runs driven in, 8 home runs this season. Swing and a miss. He's down in the count 0-2. Lockwood singled on the infield in the 2nd, and then flew out to center in the 3rd. Lockwood 1 for 2.
Both pitchers really mixing the pitch as well.
That's low and in the dirt.
Started Lockwood with the breaking pitch strike, then a fastball up in the eyes a little bit, up in the zone, and then breaking pitch again in the dirt.
1-2 pitch. That's outside. 2-2. Wacha in his Texas A&M career comes into tonight with a 22-6 record. A win this evening would put him in the top 10 all-time at A&M in that category. 2-2. Just missed, full count.
A little bit up in the zone. See this pitch right here. It's again a breaking pitch, just up in the zone a little bit. Fastball, just got a piece of it.
Wacha, it's conceivable, could finish in the top 5 all-time in pitching wins at Texas A&M if he continues to throw strong through the back half of this year. That's low, and he walked him.
First base on balls in the evening for the Sooners. More importantly for OU, that leadoff batter. Now, once again, you can put a few things on, whether it's a sacrifice bunt, or hit and run, or maybe check Lockwood and his stolen bases, 3 of 4 on the year.
For Wacha, that walk just his 10th of the year against 57 strikeouts.
I like it.
It's a call strike to Jack Mayfield. Mayfield is 2 for 2.
75 pitches, 53 strikes by the right-hander from Texarkana.
And throw over to first base. They'll check on Lockwood.
Wacha, 1 complete game thus far here in 2012 out on the West Coast. Both these teams have played Pepperdine this year.
Yeah, they have. Fly ball left field. That is off the wall. Mayfield is now 3 for 3 in this ball game, and the Sooners, with nobody out, have runners on 2nd and 3rd.
Did a good job staying back, and then just turning on that ball, driving it out to left field. See, good power right at that core. 1 hops off the wall. Wood getting the ball back in, but with nobody out, you're not going to take a chance. You've got runners now 2nd and 3rd and no outs here in the top of the 6th.
Mayfield, a terrific offensive night. Cody Wren to the plate. He doubled off the wall his last time. The Sooners have out-hit the Aggies 8-5. They threaten to take the lead in the top of 6. First pitch. Missed the inside part of the plate. 1-0.
Wren taking that breaking pitch down low.
That's a ground ball. That'll get the run home, and it'll move another runner to third base. It's 3-2 Sooners. Scoring is Lockwood.
Doing a good job there by Wren. Game situation, the infield back. Ground ball to second base, and that way, as you mentioned, get the RBI, ground out, and more importantly, advancing Mayfield from second to third so that he's at third base, less than 2 outs, and the A&M infield is pulled in.
Tanner Toll, the hitter. It's a breaking ball for a strike. Sooners 3, Aggies 2. Top 6 from College Station. OU looking for more. It's outside for a ball, 1-1. It was a 1-0 Sooner lead after 2, and then the Aggies got a couple of runs in the third. But Oklahoma has come back with 1 in the 4th and now 1 in the 6th. Waka from the stretch, the 1-1. He's charged with keeping this deficit at just a run.
See, the velocity on Waka still seems to have pretty good pop on that fastball.
Swing and a miss on a 2-1.
If you're A&M in that A&M dugout, you're looking for that strikeout or pop-up on the infield to keep that runner at third. And if you're OU, you're looking for punching it through that drawn-in infield or a long fly ball to get the runner home.
Just off the outside corner. Full count to Tanner Toll.
Nice location on the fastball, just low and away. Toll, see infield in all the way around at the cut of the grass.
Full count pitch in the dirt. 2 walks issued this inning by Michael Waka. Oklahoma has runners at the corners, although that's not the worst of situations for Texas A&M because the double play is now a possibility.
Middle infielders will move back into double play depth. It's Arthur and Reynolds. Third baseman will play even up with the bag. That's Alleman, and House hold the runner on at first base.
Garrett carries the hitter. He's hit the ball well a couple of times tonight. Once a single, and his last time up, he was robbed of a base hit. We'll get a pinch runner for Oklahoma.
Number 4, that would be Dylan Raper.
Dylan Raper comes into the ball game. He will run for Tanner Toll. He's announced to the Bluebell Park crowd. Sooners leading 3-2. And they've got him on the corners with 1 out. Again, Carey, his last time up, looked like he would hit a ground ball through the left side of the infield that would score a run for OU, but a diving play by the Aggies shortstop Mikey Reynolds turned him away. First pitch is a call strike on the outside corner.
Raper there at first base, 4-4 in stolen base department this year. There at first base, doing the signs.
Well, you may send him to keep OU out of that double play situation. Waka's certainly aware of that. And he'll take a look over there. A&M this year, 6 wins and 1 loss in games that Michael Waka has started. Throw to first. Raper back diving.
Though it did not go on his record. Some pickoff attempt here. Lost the opening game of Big 12 play at Kansas State here.
Waka just steps off the hill. Still have an 0-1 count to Garrett Carey.
A&M and OU both having taken 2 out of 3 from Kansas State, both at home.
The Aggies last weekend taking 2 of 3 from Missouri. Runner is going, pitch out, throw down to second base. Not in, or no, he did get him, and now the run coming home, and he got a double play.
2-4-2.
Throw him out at second base, throw him out at home plate. That's a double play. And the Sooner advantage stays at a single run. The out at second base. Then the throw home from Scott Arthur. That completes the double play.
The Voodoo are back in the Crescent City, and CST has your ticket to all the mojo. Tune in all season long as the New Orleans Voodoo put the juju on their rivals in the Arena Football League. Watch full game replays on Cox Sports Television.
I had a printout of how many hours I've actually put in over my career, and it's 168,000 hours. So just think, if you had an 8-hour job, I'm like a man of 100 and some years old. I've worked very hard to support my family, and I finally reached that point where I'm going to retire.
The best prices on the industry's best machines. Take advantage of low payments to own or lease a new Cat machine. With great deals on Cat machines, now is the time to buy. A new Cat skid steer loader, lease as low as $327 per month. A new Cat compact track loader, lease as low as $602 per month. A new Cat backhoe loader, lease as low as $767 per month. Get the best for less. Call or stop by Louisiana Cat today to take advantage of special prices on these machines and more. Call 866-843-7440.
Back from a nationwide search. Back with the best pre-owns in the country. Back in time to put your tax return to work. Used car buyers for Brian Harris Buick, GMC, Mazda, and Slidell have loaded the lot with the best selection in a decade. Use your tax return to buy top shelf pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs, and crossovers. Use your return to buy risk-free certified pre-owns from GM and Mazda. It's time. Time to put your tax return to work at Brian Harris Buick, GMC, Mazda used cars. Right on the I-10 in Slidell.
Scott Arthur, part of that terrific double play that ended the top of the 6th.
See him trying to steal, gets the tag and doesn't hesitate. Throws home to Stein. Places the tag on a head first OU runner to keep the lead 3-2 for the Sooners as we move to the bottom of the 6th.
Cray Bratson leads the Aggies off in this frame. He's 1 for 2. Looking out at Jordan John for the Oklahoma Sooners. That's outside for a ball. John tonight, he's gone 5 innings. Allowed the 5 hits and a couple of runs. He has struck out 4. And he's walked the batter. Told you earlier that walks had been a problem with this Oklahoma pitching staff this season. But Jordan John doing a nice job. He's only issued 1 free pass. 2-1 count to Cray Bratson.
Well, he's doing a good job mixing his pitches and moving the pitches around the zone.
It's low for a ball. It's 3-1.
One of the things, especially it seems like left-handers, that when you're able to spot your pitches and really pitch instead of just throw out there, you have a game plan and moving it up and down, in and out.
Inside on a 3-1 pitch, and that's his 2nd walk issued tonight.
I was going to say, good location. Good location, just missed.
Well, AC, that's the first time tonight the Aggies have put the leadoff man aboard. Will Johnson and Alan Cannon with you from beautiful Bluebell Park in College Station, Texas, where the Aggies, the 4th-ranked team in the country, trail number 22, Oklahoma, 3-2. Glad you're with us at this beautiful brand new venue Some good baseball on this Thursday night between a couple of Big 12 rivals. A&M off to the SEC next year. And we do not expect the Aggies and Sooners to see each other anytime soon after the 2012 campaign. Tyler Naquin from the left side. And he's hoping to move him around as Cray Bratson runs it first.
One of those situations, you'd be surprised if you sacrificed Naquin here, the leading hitter in the Big 12. But handles the bat well. Likes to go opposite way. Be interesting to see what OU does as far as covering second base, whether it's second baseman or shortstop. Look like shortstop will be covering.
First pitch to Naquin was a strike. Tyler tonight struck out in the first inning, singled on the infield in the third. An error was attached to that single, and it scored a run. At the time, it gave A&M a 2-1 lead. The Sooners have taken back the advantage at the moment. You see the Aggies' record here at Olsen Field at Bluebell Park, certainly very good. Now this is a base hit into left center field. Tyler's now 2 for 3. The first 2 men are aboard in the bottom of 6. Jacob House to the plate.
Once again, doing a nice job fighting it off of his hands, lifting it out over the shortstop in the shallow center field. First 2 runners on, and now with House, your cleanup hitter. Left hand, left on left. I ask you, Coach Johnson, do you bond him over or you let him swing away?
You know, I tell you, AC and I have done a few radio games for A&M this year, and you always ask me this. I never know the answer.
Squaring around.
You're the former player that learned under Tom Chandler. You tell me, partner.
Well, that's one of the things, though. You sit there and you say the cleanup hitter, your leading home run hitter on the ball club. Maybe Earl Weaver play for that 3-run home run.
Well, let's see how it works out. House standing tall here. High and tight, it's 2-0. I'm just trying to learn from you.
There you
get your wisdom.
I tell you what, now that was with Tom Chandler back on those bus trips before you had the VCRs or the DVDs. He told stories, and I tell you, he could tell a story with the best of them. And what a great gentleman. And after he coached here at Texas A&M, went on to scout. Was a manager in minor league baseball, Batavia, New York. Just an outstanding baseball gentleman, winner of the Lefty Gomez Award, one of the top awards in the American Baseball Coaches Association.
And always revered here in Aggieland.
Absolutely.
Well, this conversation you just saw taking a little bit too long, and they'll break it up.
One of those cases now, you're behind in the count 2-0. You don't want to compound things with another base on balls. I would be surprised with the 2-0 count if you're going to square around to sacrifice in this situation.
And get a look at the runners. Bratson at second, Naquin at first. 2-0 count to Jacob House, standing tall in that box. Here's the pitch. It's a call strike.
And what I like, instead of giving it over the heart of the plate, he hit the outside corner with great location with that fastball. The House took for a strike. One of those cases you don't want to give him something too good to hit.
And the 2-1. He does show bunt. Can't get that down. Foul ball. Tipped off his bat. And a 2-2 count. House tonight, he's flown out to center a couple of times. Some looping fly balls out there to Max White. Jacob is 0 for 2. He'd like to come alive right now. John makes no throw as he looks at second base.
Kendall Ladd, the right-hander, 6'1", 182, a sophomore out of McKinney, Texas, warming up in the OU bullpen.
A lot of Texas influence in this Oklahoma program. 2-2 pitch. Outside for a ball, 3-2.
Nice pitch right there, starting off over the plate, but slider, slurve, breaking away from the left-hander. House showing good patience. Now, once again, 3-2. Do you start the runners? And big hole there between short and third. But House does tend to pull the ball.
Full count pitch, center field. Max White will make the catch. House tonight has flown out to center 3 times. That's one man down in the bottom of 6.
More importantly for OU, the runners holding fast at first and second. White doing a good job in center field, getting his body behind him, making the catch, throwing into the cutoff man, and keeping the runners there. Good shot of White out in center field.
Matt Yingle, a couple of base hits.
One thing with Bratson and Naquin on the base pass, A&M has good speed.
Bratson out there playing some games at second base. Matt Yingle, who hits right now, he was a part of that lineup shift for Texas A&M. He moved down in the order a little bit, and Yingle was playing third base for much of the season until March 16th. He struggled with the glove, so now he goes into a DH role, and it is Blake Alleman who plays third base for the Aggies. Again, A&M, since that shift in the lineup, they are 9-1. The Aggies have won 9 of their last 10 ball games.
And thing for Yingle, the defensive woes, I think, was causing a struggle at the plate.
First pitch to him here called strike.
And now going up and just a little more relaxed at the plate. Just focusing on the offense, not worrying about the defense.
Naquin not being held on at first, and Bratson not really being held on at second base. Here's the 0-1. Ground ball right at the second baseman. Double play will end the inning. A&M gets 2 men on with nobody out, and the Sooners turn them away. 3-2 Oklahoma. Back in a moment.
Today, with the swipe of a comb, the last gray-haired man on Earth disappeared.
This is how the gray era met its end. Just for Men Auto Stop. It's a breakthrough. No mix, no mess. It just combs in. And the formula shuts off at just the right color for the perfect look every time. It's foolproof. New, Just for Men Auto Stop. Gray is over.
A very wealthy U.S. citizen is predicting that in the next few months, we will witness the most important day in America in more than 50 years. He says it will change everything about our lives. The way you shop, travel, invest, educate your children, and even how you take care of your health and your own family. Now, this man has made some outrageous predictions over the years, but here's the thing. He's usually right. You see, he predicted the collapse of GM, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and America's biggest mall owner. In fact, Barron's called his work a dire prophecy. Recently, he created a video, which you can watch online for free, detailing his biggest and most important prediction yet, and it's a real eye-opener. I can't stress this enough. You should at least watch this free video online today. He explains everything you need to know, including simple steps you can take to protect yourself.
You can watch it for free right now at 3newamerica.com. Again, that's 3newamerica.com.
3-2 Oklahoma as we head into the late innings. And the Aggie defense, AC, has really kept them in this ballgame.
Really has, flashing the leather and really 3 different plays, saving 3 runs. You see Waka cutting down the runner. Another diving stop by Mikey Reynolds. And then this double play, caught stealing at second, throw back home at home plate. Double play And each situation, OU could have advanced this 3-2 score even more.
The Aggies at times this year have struggled defensively, but the glove work tonight, they're only down 1. And like you said, without it, the cushion for OU could be considerable. 3-2 Sooners as we go to work in the top of the 7th. It's a swing and a miss by Garrett Carey. But that last inning, the bottom of the 6th, that's one that hurts. The Aggies got the first 2 men aboard and the heart of the order coming up, and they came away with nothing. They remained down 3-2. Here's a strikeout by Michael Waka. 6th of the night.
As you mentioned there, in the bottom of the 6th for A&M, that last sharply hit ground ball, Karen brought off the mound, so it was a nice easy play for a second baseman. Step on second, relay to first for the double play to get the Sooners back in the first base dugout and swinging the bats.
I'll tell you what, the fly out by House right before that, he hit that pretty decent, but just right at the center fielder. Got a 1-1 count to Eric Ross. 1 for 2 tonight.
Kind of the type of ball game you would expect on a Game 1 series in Big 12 play. John, the left-hander for OU, and Walker, the right-hander for A&M. Wheeling and dealing out there on the hill.
2-1 pitch. Fly ball out of play. Keep having to catch myself at times, Alan. You keep wanting to call it Friday night.
Yes, exactly.
That's what we're used to in Game 1 of a series.
Game 1 of the series. But Thursday night this week.
Fly ball, center field, toward the gap. Trey Bratson will run it down. Quickly 2 men down, top of the 7th. Again, this series shifted up one day. It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. A&M and OU will not play on Easter Sunday. And we hope the weekend is an excellent one for all of you out there watching us on CST. 3-2 Sooners. Brian Brightwell to the plate, 0 for 3, and he struck out all 3 times.
As we get into the later innings, getting a little activity in the A&M bullpen. The left-hander Estevan Uriegas, right-hander 54 Parker Ray, just soft tossing down there.
Hit this one into right field. Tyler Naquin in foul territory will make the catch. Gonna stretch him out and come back for the bottom half of the 7th. Sooners by a run.
Got a car scratch? Fix-It Pro fills, seals, and makes scratches disappear like magic, permanently. Any car, any color. Now the scratch has met its match with Fix-It Pro from Simonize. Get yours now at these fine retail stores.
Itchy dry scalp? Could be your shampoo. Now there's a Selsun Blue just for itchy dry scalp. Strong itch fighters target the source of scalp itch, while 5 moisturizers keep hair healthy.
No more itch.
Selsun Blue Itchy Dry Scalp.
Got a clue? Get the blue.
Right now, Team Honda Used Cars is loaded with fuel-efficient Accords and Civics. Choose from over 175 certified Hondas, including more than 100 certified Accords and Civics, starting as low as $12,995. Louisiana's #1 certified Honda dealer is Team Honda.
Got a car scratch? Fix-It Pro fills, seals, and makes scratches disappear like magic, permanently. Any car, any color. Now the scratch has met its match with Fix-It Pro from Simonize. Get yours now at these fine retail stores.
Consider this, a mouthwash strong enough to rebuild tooth enamel, yet gentle enough for sore mouths. New Axe Sensitive with soothing botanicals, and it has maximum fluoride to rebuild enamel up to 2 times stronger. New Axe Sensitive, strong teeth, fresh breath in a sensitive formula.
Due to time constraints, we move further into the program.
Will Johnson and Alan Cannon back with you. CST coming to you from College Station. Oklahoma has a 3-2 lead in the bottom of the 8th. There's 1 out, and there are Aggie runners at the corners. AC new Oklahoma pitcher in for their starter, Jordan John.
John did a nice job turning it over at 15. The left-hander, Stephen Okert, a junior left-hander out of Rowlett, Texas. This is his 11th appearance. He's made 5 starts, 4-3 record, 4.54 ERA, 45 hits. Has worked 39 2/3 innings, 21 runs, 20 earned, has walked 20, little high, but 42 strikeouts for the left-hander. Has not recorded a save.
Look at the line on John. He did a terrific job.
Really did.
One of his runs unearned.
Responsible for the 2 runners aboard.
The 8 hits he allowed, all singles.
And coming, kind of stacking good starts. Last week, complete game against K-State. Comes out game 1 against Texas A&M and working into the 8th inning.
Okert against Jacob House. House tonight 0 for 3, 3 flyouts to center field. That's a check of Tyler Naquin. He runs at first. It's Mikey Reynolds at third for A&M. 1 man down.
With the left-hander at the plate, first baseman holding on. There's a big hole on that right side.
High on the first pitch to Jacob House. So Jordan John, the lefty, gives way to Okert. Still a lefty-on-lefty matchup, Okert against House. Just decided that John had thrown 1 too many pitches. We don't get the 1-0 yet. Another check of Tyler Naquin.
Okert, he'll run it up there about 90 miles an hour with the fastball, curveball change.
One 0 pitch. It's a call strike, 1-1.
Nice fastball. A lot of times the book, especially left on left, get him into 2-strike count. That curveball away out of the strike zone. Be an ideal setup.
Foul ball by House, straight back onto the screen.
That is 2 strikes.
When we came on the air tonight, we talked about Tyler Naquin and Jacob House. Naquin runs at first after his 3rd hit of the game. House here looking for his first. They go 3-4 in the Aggie lineup. House with 31 RBI this year. Here's the 1-2. Fly ball center field. Max White makes the catch. This is deep enough. He has tied the game. House, 4 flyouts now. 4 flyouts to center field on the night for Jacob House. This one obviously the most productive.
Just doing the job that's asked of him with runners on the corner. Stay out of the double play, lift that fly ball out to center field. You see it looks like a breaking pitch. Sure enough, he keeps his hands back, gets enough on it to drive it out into center field. Yeah, he's watching it all the way, and Mikey Reynolds there tags at third, crosses home plate. New ball game, 3-3.
Well, now Okert is thinking probably what we're thinking. You'd like to try to get Naquin in scoring position as soon as possible with 2 outs. He represents the go-ahead run. Do you steal him as quick as possible? Matt Yingle's the hitter. This pitch is outside. It's 1-0. Matt Yingle tonight 2 for 3.
Andy Sawyer's at third base coaching box, giving the signals.
Toss over to first again. We've seen that quite a bit.
Yeah. Sawyer's, they coached at Kansas State before coming back to Texas A&M. Worked with Rob Childress.
High and away to Matt Yingle. It's 2-0. So the Aggies, they got 2 in the 3rd. Hadn't scored since then. Now they scratch 1 across in the 8th. Naquin would like to represent the 4th run. 2-0 pitch to Matt Yingle. That's outside for a ball. Having to reach out is Dylan Neal, the catcher.
One of the things with 2 outs and runner on first, you see the outfield for OU really deep because you don't want to allow a ball to get to the wall You want to cut it off because Naquin at first will be off with the crack of the bat.
3-0 pitch, he walked him. Naquin moves to second. He's in scoring position. Brandon Wood will come to the plate. 0 for 2, and Wood has walked. Brandon Wood came into the contest with a .313 average, 19 RBI. You see the average now at 306. Wood has been pretty meaningful to this Aggie offense. He provides pop at time. He can drive in runs. He was injured earlier this year and missed 5 games. He's been back for about 2 weeks plus, and a welcome return to the lineup. Game is tied, bottom of the 8th. First pitch, swing and a miss.
Good fastball. Not able to catch up with it.
Down in the count, 0-1. Okert from the stretch. It's outside.
A little surprised the OU outfielder still playing very deep. Any base hit, you're really going to have to come hard to charge on it to have a play at the plate.
Because there's certainly speed on second base in Naquin. 1-1.
Nice pitch.
Yeah, call strike. Brandon Wood down to the count.
Nice breaking pitch right there. See Bushy Head giving the signals. See this breaking pitch right in on the hands. Nicely done. Sonny Galloway there.
Swinging tip foul, and the catcher Dylan Neal couldn't hang on. Brandon Wood stays alive.
Randy Wetzel looking around the catcher to make sure. Oh, yes, he did not hang on to it. Foul ball.
Another 1-2. That evens the count.
Like that location though, fastball up and away, see if he'll go fishing. But I don't think you want to go 3-2 here, so this will be a money pitch.
Okert ready to go. Struck him out swinging. Wood has K'd his last 2 times at bat. A&M gets a run. We're going to the 9th. Tied at 3.
Got a car scratch? Fix-It Pro fills, seals, and makes scratches disappear like magic. Permanently. Any car, any color. Now the scratch has met its match with Fix-It Pro from Simonize. Get yours now at these fine retail stores.
Itchy dry scalp? Could be your shampoo. Now there's a Selsun Blue just for itchy dry scalp. Strong itch fighters target the source of scalp itch, while 5 moisturizers keep hair healthy.
No more itch.
Selsun Blue Itchy Dry Scalp.
Got a clue? Get the blue.
It's kind of hard to make decisions by yourself all of a sudden when you've been making them with somebody else for 35 years. I guess there's something in me that has always been strong. I've always gotten through some pretty rough stuff without falling to pieces.
Got a car scratch? Fix-It Pro fills, seals, and makes scratches disappear like magic. Permanently. Any car, any color. Now the scratch has met its match with Fix-It Pro from Simonize. Get yours now at these fine retail stores.
Consider this, a mouthwash strong enough to rebuild tooth enamel, yet gentle enough for sore mouths. New Axe Sensitive with soothing botanicals, and it has maximum fluoride to rebuild enamel up to 2 times stronger. New Axe Sensitive, strong teeth, fresh breath in a sensitive formula.
The A&M Oklahoma series, while both have been a member of the Big 12, is as tight as it gets, so exactly what we would expect on this Thursday night opener. 3-3 we're tied, going to the 9th. Kyle Martin in for Texas A&M.
Right-hander, 6'6", 205, junior out of Austin, Texas. And Kmart this year. This will be his 18th appearance, all out of the bullpen. 3-2 record, 4.05 ERA, 20 innings worked, 22 hits, 11 runs, 9 earned, 5 walks, 18 strikeouts, and opponents hitting the right-hander with 275 average.
Difficult task for Kyle Martin in the first man that he faces, because it's Jack Mayfield, who's 3 for 3 with a couple of doubles. Excuse me, a couple of singles and a double.
First pitch strike.
Michael Wacha, the starter, he was unable to get Mayfield out. And now Kyle Martin will try his luck. 0-2 count. Mayfield singled in the second, scored a run, singled in the fourth, scored a run, and doubled in the sixth. Kyle Martin, you see, goes from the stretch regardless if there's a runner on base or not. 0-2 pitch. Ball, strike 3. Well, he does what Wacha couldn't. Get Jack Mayfield out.
That third pitch right there, catcher sets up and hits the mitt. Home plate umpire Wetzel rings him up, but you put the mitt there, you hit it. Strike 3.
Well, now he gets to face Cody Wren, who's also doubled in this game. Wren 1 for 3.
A little easier to see this sidewinder.
Stayed outside on an 0.
From the cut of the
Left-handed batters have definitely a better look at this lanky right-hander from Texas A&M, coming from the side or submarine.
The check swing, call strike. If you're looking at the A&M ninth, it's the bottom of the order.
Wren cocking and then decides to hold up, but the home plate umpire said, no, you went around.
There's a foul ball, Wren down in the count. The bottom of the order for A&M in the bottom of the ninth, 7, 8, and 9. That 7 spot had been occupied by Troy Stein for most of the night. We won't see Troy Stein. He's the catcher. Yeah, Langford, Cole Langford is the catcher now for the Aggies. 1-2. Call strike 3. Well, he did the same thing on both hitters, AC. Got Jack Mayfield, call strike 3 on the outside corner. Now does so to Wren.
The thing Martin's doing, especially with 2 strikes, away from the batter and just hitting the mitt. Langford doing a good job setting up right on the corner of the plate. And when you set up, and if you hit that mitt, that umpire, unless you have set up outside the plate, he's going to ring you up.
Dylan Neal is the hitter. He has not batted tonight. Was a replacement at catcher for Tanner Toll, who started behind the plate. You see Neal, 269.
Sophomore out of McKinney, went to Blinn College. Brenham.
0-1 pitch will just miss. Evens it up.
I like that, buddy.
Told you earlier, Brenham, not just the home of Blinn College, but also Bluebell Ice Cream, the namesake of this renovated park on the Aggie campus. It's a 1-2 count.
Those scoreboards, you can't get much more even than 3-8-1 and 3-8-1.
You can't get much more even than an Aggie Sooner matchup, the way it's been when they play in the Big 12. 2-strike pitch. Call strike 3, and he did it on the outside corner again.
3 called strikeouts.
Kyle Martin, nice body of work in the top of the ninth. They call it Olsen magic, and the Aggies are going to need some if they're going to win it in regulation.
There's always something that's going to have to be done by a certain date. You always have homework, okay? I don't have homework today. It's what's right here is what is most important to me. It's beautiful.
Got a car scratch? Fix-It Pro fills, seals, and makes scratches disappear like magic, permanently. Any car, any color. Now the scratch has met its match with Fix-It Pro from Simonize. Get yours now at these fine retail stores.
Itchy dry scalp? Could be your shampoo. Now there's a Selsun Blue just for itchy dry scalp. Strong itch fighters target the source of scalp itch, while 5 moisturizers keep hair healthy.
No more itch.
Selsun Blue Itchy Dry Scalp.
Got a clue? Get the blue.
Today, with the swipe of a comb, the last gray-haired man on Earth disappeared.
This is how the gray era met its end. Just for Men Auto Stop. It's a breakthrough. No mix, no mess. It just combs in. And the formula shuts off at just the right color for the perfect look every time. It's foolproof. New, Just for Men Auto Stop. Gray is over.
The Aggie War Hymn, one of the great tunes, providing one of the great scenes in all of collegiate athletics. AC, they're hoping for what they call Olsen magic, and even though Bluebell Park now surrounds Olsen Field, they still look for that kind of magic. Bottom of the 9th, and we're tied at 3. Aggies coming to bat.
It was the bottom of the 7th of that rain-shortened ball game earlier this week, and in the first base dugout is a sign, Olsen Magic.
Some shortened, abbreviated magic on Tuesday.
Yeah, after an hour-and-a-half rain delay and lightning. How many engines?
They're going to count them up. Cole Langford's the hitter.
Ooh, 4.
Rolling by the 909 on time.
But we always have to wait to the end because sometimes you got that engine pushing.
2-1 count now to Cole Langford, lead man, bottom of 9. Troy Stein started at catcher for the Aggies. Now Langford. That is just foul by the bag at third.
There's Chris Koski, the umpire at third base. Left-hander late on this fastball. And bounds just to the left, and you see the umpire holding up his hands saying foul ball.
So a 2-2 pitch. Ground ball, chop. 1 out. Hunter Lockwood makes the play.
Lockwood doing a good job, was back deep with no one on base, and that high chopper, if he would have been up near the bag, could possibly bound it over his head, but he was back deep, made the play, took it himself, and won away.
Blake Alleman hitless.
Nope.
Inside. Oklahoma, a couple of lefties tonight. Jordan John. Now you're looking at Stephen Okert. 2-0. Well, he went 2-0 to Langford moments ago, but came back in the count and then got Langford to bounce out. Alleman steps back in from the right side. It's now 2-1. Alleman, the 8th hitter in the lineup, followed by Arthur, and then you go to the top of the Aggie lineup. That is a nice job of fielding by Hunter Lockwood. He got it down the line, but they had him played well, and Lockwood stayed with it.
If he was not positioned back deep and to the line, that would have been trouble, but as it was, fairly routine play there by Lockwood.
Had him played perfectly and quickly. 2 down in the bottom of the 9th. So it'll have to happen with 2 outs. Scott Arthur to try to get it started. Bunt attempt unsuccessful on his first pitch. Well, Texas A&M. You get a look at Max Childress comes out to retrieve that foul ball. Again, as we told you earlier, the son of the head coach, Rob Childress. Swing and a miss, strike two. A&M ranked 4th. That's their highest ranking in the Collegiate Baseball Writers Poll. The Aggies in the NCAA RPI, number 7 in the country. And the Aggies want to stay right there or even higher. If you can do what the Aggies have been doing, you could host a regional and then a super regional as well if you can get there. Rob Childress wants to play as many postseason games as possible at home. 3 times he's advanced his Aggies past the regional round, and he's had to go on the road for the Supers all 3 times. There's a K looking to end the bottom of the 9th. The Aggies, not much of a threat at all in that frame, and we're going extra innings. 3-3, we're tied.
Got a car scratch? Fix-It Pro fills, seals, and makes scratches disappear like magic, permanently. Any car, any color. Now the scratch has met its match with Fix-It Pro from Simonize. Get yours now at these fine retail stores.
Consider this, a mouthwash strong enough to rebuild tooth enamel, yet gentle enough for sore mouths. New Axe Sensitive with soothing botanicals, and it has maximum fluoride to rebuild enamel up to 2 times stronger. New Axe Sensitive, strong teeth, fresh breath in a sensitive formula.
If you have diabetes and you're on Medicare, call now to get the new talking meter. These new meters are more accurate, they're easier to use, and the best news is you don't have to prick your fingers anymore. Arriva makes it simple. They bill Medicare directly. There are no upfront costs, and they deliver your supplies right to your door for free.
For more information, call 1-800-741-8539.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. With one phone call, you'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information. It's a free service, so call now.
800-613-1658. 800-613-1658.
Didn't we tell you it was a gorgeous evening in College Station? And on this night, fans are going to get a little free baseball. We're going extras. Big play in this game, 6th inning. Caught stealing at second base, and then a throw home by Aggie second baseman Scott Arthur. Guns down another runner. A double play while Oklahoma was threatening. Turns the Sooners away. We're tied at 3, going to the 10th, and a lot of defensive plays have been helpful for the Aggies in the opener of the Sooner series. Kyle Martin struck out the side in the top of the 9th. He's back out for the 10th. Garrett Carey hit a couple of balls well tonight, and he's 1 for 3.
4 batters faced for Martin and 4 first pitch strikes.
3 strikeouts looking in the 9th, all on the outside corner. This is chopped towards him. He'll field, and he threw it away. An error by Kyle Martin on a soft toss to first base. The lead man is aboard for the Sooners.
That's been the Achilles heel for A&M, that playing solid defense through a large part, and then something just routine. A high chopper, and you think, well, is he going to tag him? Is by him and throws high over House's head. See him going down the line. See House just uncorks it high.
Well, one thing Rob Childress said earlier this season, that his team has to be great at routine. And in recent weeks, they haven't been.
It's created hardship just as this. Instead of being 1 out in the top of the 10th, nobody aboard, you've got the lead man on. So now from OU standpoint, all right, let's work sacrifice or hit and run. Gary will check out his.
Carey does represent the go-ahead run, obviously.
And then Ross, the batter, has handled the bat well, has already had that drag bunt attempt for a base hit that Waka had to lay out.
Carey does not have a stolen base this season. So it likely would be the bunt that tries to move him over.
And once again, you're talking about a routine play of fielding the bunt, but you get people running in motion, possible second baseman covering first base.
Playing in is Blake Alleman, expecting bunt. And that is exactly where Eric Ross tried to slap a ball by him. Went foul, and it's 0-2.
Alleman, there's not much room between